Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring to you the Toyota Sienna XSE trim minivan. I'm sorry I have to do this voiceover as something happened to the audio during my initial recording. Either way, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you like and visit this channel and also subscribe and comment. Let's get back to it. Now this is a white exterior Toyota Sienna minivan. As you can see, this is the sport version, which is the XSE trim. You can see the nice aggressive looking LED lights in the front for the headlights, and on the bottom you see the side vent over there, which is a fake vent, you can tell. And also now you can see the big front grille on the bottom. Looks pretty nice, and you can see the nice Toyota emblem in the front, and it's blue. When it's blue, it means it's a hybrid. So yes, this minivan is a hybrid electric vehicle. And as you continue over, you can see the nice sharp headlights on the side, and also you can see the nice chrome finishes that accent the windows from the front all the way to the back. Looks pretty good. I like the side rigid and round edges of the vehicle. Like I said, they try to make it as sporty looking as possible. It looks pretty nice as it leads back to the tail end of the vehicle. The tail lights are nice and sharp, and the back as well. You can see all these crisp edges, and when I go down, they also have the same fake grille on the bottom. As you can see, all in all, this vehicle is quite nice to look at as far as a minivan goes. And now the tires are 18-inch rims there. Now these come with 18-inch rims. The tires are 235, 60, and 18-inch for all four wheels, all-wheel drive. Now let's take a look at the interior of the vehicle. Right now, as you can see the black door panel has a little bit of plastic on top and leather on the door handle itself. And sorry about that garbage bag, as the owner likes to keep himself or the car hygienic. And you can see now the door controls with the window controls and the unlock and the side mirror controls. And you have tons of storage and a speaker. I believe those are 6-speaker sound system in this vehicle. As now you can see the orange stitching that goes on to these nice leather seats. Orange stitching on the headrest and on the side, and continues on the dashboard. Now you can see it on the steering wheel. Now you do have that nice leather steering wheel around. The girth is okay, the grip, and also you got that nice Toyota emblem in the middle. Let's take a look at the stitching once again. And the dash on top is plastic, and the stitching leads throughout all the way to the passenger side, along with their passenger seats. Now you can all see the orange contrast stitching all around, including the armrest. Now here you can have the analog controls for your vents, your gearbox. Now you have a different drive mode, EV modes, and now we can see the 2 cup holders. Now the top one is a unique cup holder. I guess you can hold a larger bottle, and there's a little slot there for snacks or something small, and boom, you have an additional 2 cup holders when you flip it up, which they're using for fruits. Also now the armrest is kind of small. I don't like it, however, because I like moving around my arm, and with that missing in the middle, it won't feel comfortable at all. However, an armrest is an armrest, so still got to get used to it. And you have an extra USB charging port up there. And now below that, you have a huge storage on the bottom, and there's also a 12-volt charger on the bottom right there. Very convenient for storage. And you have some extra storage right near the armrest, pretty deep storage. And you also have some charging ports there, USB and Lightning. Overall, let's go look at the visor. Pretty big, nice looking. And you see the controls for the side passenger doors and also the sunroof panels or controls. Very nice interior. Now let's take a look at the 9-inch infotainment system. It's quite responsive. It's just beginning to load right now when I turn on the vehicle. So here it is. You have these nice analog buttons on the side, and you can control what you want. And it's also a touchscreen. It's pretty responsive. You can hear the radio. Actually, you can't hear the radio because of the audio issue. Sorry about that. However, I do like I'm always a big fan of the analog buttons or the knobs. It's so much easier to function as opposed to everything being on a touchscreen, right? And you also have those analog buttons for the ventilation and heating and cooling. Like I said, it is responsive. I'm sorry that you couldn't hear the music. The sound system is okay. It's not bad at all. Other than that, everything's very functional and smooth with the touchscreen. Now let's take a look at the passenger seating. Now you can see the door sliding open with the press of a button on the remote. As you can see, you have 2 car seats that will give you an indication of how much storage you have or space. Now you can slide these 2 captain's chairs can slide front and or back, giving the second row passenger more leg room, or giving the third row passenger more leg room. It's pretty convenient. However, you cannot remove. Now I'll do a small demonstration on how to slide the seats back and forth or forward. All you have to do is grab that handle on the bottom and just muscle it forward. Same thing with pushing it back, and that's how you get into the third row. Now I'm in the third row seating. As you can see, with the second row seat slide all the way up, you have plentiful leg room space. Pretty impressive, and it's also pretty comfortable. Even though if we adjust it back, we're in a minivan. The Toyota Sienna gives you plenty of leg room in the rear third passenger or third row seating. As you can see, you can also kick your feet out to the side if the rear passenger decides to take more room, and this will allow you to put your feet over to the center aisle and give you enough space. And you can see the vents in the back. You have your own vents, and also your side mirrors there, or windows. And now the same leather seats are in the back with the stitching. And now you have 2 USB ports on that side and 2 cup holders. But those USB ports or charging ports are only on the passenger side of the vehicle. As you can see on the driver's side of the vehicle, you only have 2 cup holders. And yeah. Now, the headroom is enough. It's only about like 3 inches of space, which is, still comfortable in the back. Doesn't feel cramped at all. Pretty spacious. You can see the rear controls for the ventilations So the rear passenger or the second row passengers can control their own ventilation and heating. And those are your grab handles, and there's a sunroof in the front. Now also, you can have an option to choose to have the car come with a TV monitor, and that will go right here in the center. It will fold down for your rear passengers, and that's the reason why there's no panoramic sunroof. By the way, I mean, it comes in handy when you have kids. Now let's take a look at the cargo of this vehicle. Let's see how quickly the door opens. It opens pretty quickly. Wow, now you can see the tons of deep storage available in the back of the car. You can see all the owner's items and the baby diapers. Now that compartment there on the left, there's an option of adding a vacuum cleaner to this vehicle, and I believe you can only get that on the top two trims, the limited and or platinum. I guess if you're really hygienic, you want to clean your vehicle, it works out well. And now that's your 120 outlet in the back as well for a charger. Other than that, pretty good space. It's 33.5 cubic feet of cargo with all the seats up. Now, if you fold it all down, all the rear seats, it will give you a little bit over 101 cubic feet of storage space. Now, let's check how slow or how quickly the door closes. Pretty minimal speed, not good at all. Doesn't pass my test. Now let's take this vehicle for a spin. Right now, it's pretty smooth. The handling and the acceleration is quite nice right now at low speeds. And remember, this is a all-wheel drive hybrid electric vehicle. It has 3 motors, 2 in the front and 1 in the rear, totaling of 245 horsepower. Now the acceleration on this is abysmal. As you can see on the video right now, I step on the gas pedal and it takes a long time just to for the throttle response. I believe this vehicle goes from 0 to 60 in 7.7 seconds. Now, obviously, you're not buying this vehicle for any performance or speed. Overall, it is a family SUV. As you can see, it's also a soccer mom vehicle. Now, for any person or any fellas, to pull a trigger on this, obviously you gotta put aside your manhood, your pride, and think about a minivan. Now, I just want to go back and revisit. This is the XSE trim. It is the sporty trim for this minivan. One important thing is, a standard for this to be a front wheel drive. However, you have the option of changing this into all-wheel drive, and the cost for that is only $740. That's a great deal. And if I had the option, I would definitely take it 100% of the time. Since I live in New York, wintertime, we get some snow, sometimes a lot of snow, and it's always very helpful when your vehicle is all-wheel drive. And plus, the positive side is it's only $740 extra. So it's not a lot of money to charge to get that option or get that drivetrain. It's more beneficial. I'd rather have it than not have it. Also, its competitors like the Kia Carnival or the Honda Odyssey, they're all front-wheel drive. They don't have that all-wheel drive option. this is what stands out for the Toyota Sienna. And another positive thing about this is the fuel economy. Highway is 36 miles per gallon. City is 36 miles per gallon. And guess what? The combined is 36 miles per gallon. That's very, very good. It's excellent on the fuel economy. The owner has already told me that, he'll fill up every 3 weeks. That's a very significant amount of time. And it's very impressive. You save a lot on gas since it's a hybrid. And it has tons of seating capacity, everything you're looking for in a minivan. It's not great on the performance and throttle response. However, you put that aside and everything else is functional and perfect for all your scenarios that you need in this soccer mom vehicle. It's a great vehicle. Now here are my final thoughts and my honest opinion of this vehicle. Now the pricing for this is around $47,000. However, since these are in high demand and they're hardly in stock or rarely in stock, when you come across it, the dealer will charge over sticker. Now for this owner, he had to pay $5,000 over the sticker price, and that's when he knew the dealer himself, his car salesman, was his buddy that he knew. However, his buddy couldn't, take that away because the boss of the dealership required them to have that markup. So that's the downside of this, versus the other competitors like Honda and Kia. Those are more readily available or they have inventory. As far as this hybrid CVT engine for the Sienna, it's quite difficult to get unless you're willing to pay a markup for what they have in inventory. Now, like I said, the total of this after taxes out the door was closer to $60,000. It was in the higher upper $50,000 range, but it's okay. I mean, I think still a decent price for what you get in the vehicle. You have the nice leather seating in the back, and in the front all around you got the nice contrast stitching because of the sportier trim. Definitely the top thing is the fuel economy. Now, however, I do hate that tablet looking thing as the infotainment system, because it's just plopped in there. I'm not a big fan of that. I will never be. However, it is what it is. It's similar to the Audi Q5. Other than that, the price range, it is what it is. You can see the cargo. You can fit a lot of stuff. You can fit a lot of storage. And the capacity of, if you have kids, you could bring your kids and their friends. They could all sit in this vehicle comfortably. You can hold a lot of people. So that's one thing. And also, like I said, going back to fuel economy, you probably fill up once every month, and that's a pretty good savings. Now, I just want to say thank you so much, for tuning in. My final thoughts for this is basically get with the XSE trim, the middle of the pack, because you get everything you need, and everybody likes an aggressive look on a vehicle, even though it's a minivan. That will probably make your ego feel better slightly. However, thank you so much for tuning in. Always like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I love when you guys comment, because I enjoy interacting with you guys, no matter what the comments are, positive, negative. I look at everything as positive feedback or constructive criticism. as part of what I love regarding posting videos and doing YouTube, to see what I can correct on. Once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. And next time, I'll make sure the audio is correct before posting or recording this video. Thank you so much, and I'm out.